down the basement, lock the cellar door.
Hi, welcome to another exciting edition of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt.
And I'm Breezy.
And if you're wondering about my big hot dog shirt, it's because it's my Captain Spaulding shirt that he wears briefly. But also, this week we're doing a fan request. My good friend Aaron, whose username until recently was Hot Dogger, but he requested the movie Lowlifes, which is on Tubi now. And so Breezy and I decided to give it a try and like Lowlives. And
It's
Aaron,
it's Tubi original, so
oh, it is a Tubi original.
yep.
And Aaron, we love you, but we weren't really thrilled with this. Is the full disclosure.
No. I
Breezy,
mean,
what did you think?
I watched it first before you did.
Yeah.
And I texted Matt, I'm like, oh my God, this movie, it is so slow.
Yeah.
And it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I have to like yawn. I'm sorry, Aaron, but
Right. Thank you for the request. We love fan requests,
yeah.
but we're gonna tell you what we think about it for real.
Yeah.
And well,
We don't hold
so
nothing back.
this is gonna be there's a major spoiler because it's pretty hard to discuss this movie without spoiling because there's a big twist right away pretty early on. And so basically what the premise of this movie is, it's a nice little family in their RV, mom, dad, brother, sister, and they run into some local people that seem kind of dirty and kind of redneckish, and everyone knows what's going to happen is the family's going to get terrorized by these people. But in the big twist, it's actually the family that are the murderers, and they terrorize the country folk and go to their house and meet their family and kill them and all that, and they're cannibals. And
They're pretty much like vampires. I feel like they're like vampires in a way because they do that. Was it that camper scene? He
yeah,
kills that person and they like chop their bodies off or like his bodies off and like his fingers and
yeah.
you know that scene I do like because they're like preparing it and putting it in the freezer so they can eat it like vampires do or werewolves.
Yeah, or just cannibals, but some kind of they're doing some kind of thing, and give the necessary Matt's tum tum report is that particular scene when he was chopping up the hand and cutting off all the fingers. I felt like I was gonna barf for a second. So we've backslid. We were making progress, but now we're going backwards. Once I figured out they were eating the body parts, I was like, but then later on he pulls his own eyeball out with a fork and eats it, and that didn't phase me in the slightest. So there you go. What
But yeah,
once per movie.
but yeah, you like turn to fucking a bar from that meat situation, like they're cutting on meat, but you don't barf in that scene.
Right, I know what's wrong with
That
me.
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. That's
Okay.
me for you though. I rarely make sense. So what was another scene that you liked from this movie?
There's only like really that one scene
Yeah.
is that camper scene. I do really like that one because they're like preparing it and stuff. I do like that. But other than that, um,
Uh,
it's just very dry. It's very boring. I yawned a few times. I just wish it would speed up a little bit instead of like, oh, there's a little killing scene in the camper, and then it gets so dry and
it
boring.
it slows way down. So
Yep.
there's the setup where the family's like grilling and you meet everyone and the girl goes off to smoke a joint, and then the two kind of redneck guys show up and they're being kind of creepy and weird, and then the girl comes back and they're being kind of gross with her, like, oh, she looks delicious and stuff like that. Totally sets it up that they're gonna be like the creepy murderers, but it takes like 15-20 minutes to do, and then they get the one in the camper, and then the boy out of nowhere like stabs him to death, and then that's the big twist. And it's like it is kind of shocking, and it's like, ooh, but then it just they go to the house to meet the rest of the family, and it just like, gotta meet this character, you gotta meet this character, you gotta talk about this, we're gonna discuss
Yep.
this, we're gonna talk about how the mom doesn't want to kill as much as the dad does, and the son is out of control, but the daughter is this way, and they're doing this and this thing, and then this is happening. And it's like I'm looking at my phone and I'm like, you know, staring off into space, and all of a sudden someone's getting murdered. There's an eyeball falling out, and I'm like, whoa, what happened? I got to rewind a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's like it's so goddamn boring that you want to do something else, but then all of a sudden when there's a killing scene, I'm like, oh my God, fucking what happened? Well, if it
Yeah,
wasn't so goddamn boring, you wouldn't have that problem.
right. Exactly. It was so boring, it just knocked you right off the screen.
Yeah, and however, there is an actor that I seen before in a previous movie,
Okay.
and hold on, maybe pull him up because I
Okay.
know I seen him.
Was it the old guy? Because the old guy looked really familiar for some reason, and he
I
looked
know his name. He's a comedian actor, and it's Richard Harmon, and he's actually in the movie. What's it called? I forgot
that
what it's
one
called.
movie.
It's like, oh, Grave Encounters 2.
Okay.
And yeah, that's why I'm like, oh my God, he's from Grave Encounters 2.
That's the most exciting part of the movie is that the actor is from a different, better movie.
Yeah.
They did a
Yep.
really good job of finding a creepy looking old guy that you totally think is going to be like the grandpa Leatherface of the family, and then he's just some poor schmuck that gets his head hatcheted in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there's
They tr
not much to,
they
there's not
tried
much.
to go ahead.
No, you can go
Sorry.
ahead.
They tried to do this like whole like I don't know if it's supposed to be like comedy or if it's supposed to be like a satire or like a message, but like the girl is lesbian, and then the dad who's eating body parts and eating eyeballs is all horrified to find out that she's a lesbian. He's like, that's disgusting, that's sick. And it's like, I don't know, is that supposed to be a joke or is that supposed to be some kind of commentary, or I don't even know. It just
I
seems
can
stupid.
Yeah, it's like I want to say it's like a comedy,
Yeah.
but it's like, God, even a comedy, this is like really, really
But then
boring.
she says, "I would rather eat pussy than people," and I think that's just a
Yeah,
good
that's a good
standard
line.
for everyone to live by.
That's a good line.
Yeah. See, you got one good line, you got one good scene, you got one good line.
Yeah,
It
it's
reminds
dumb.
me a little bit of In a Violent Nature in that there's like the standard sort of premise of you got these idiots in the camper, and it's kind of like the guys in the bus in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or the people in 31, the carnies or whatever they are, the band, what I don't forget what they are in 31 in their little
Mm.
camper. And so it's kind of like how In a Violent Nature took the sort of the Friday the 13th slasher and then twisted it by making it first person perspective, or following the killer's perspective. This is like they took the idiots in a camper tradition and then twisted it by making them the killers. And
Right,
yeah,
right.
what did you think of the ending? Did you see the ending coming? Did you know what was going to happen, or did it catch you off guard?
It didn't catch me off guard at all. It was like, okay.
Me either. I saw it
It
coming.
was like, what the hell? Okay, after so long of this boring entertainment, now you got this. It's like you can't get out of the
Boring
fucking
entertainment.
boringness. I mean, I'm so sorry, Arian. I mean, come on. Oh, this is a good movie. And I'm like, okay, we'll check it out. Oh man, Aaron.
They should put that on the like how they put the quotes on the box or on the quote. They should say "boring entertainment" in quotes.
Yeah, it's boring entertainment.
Anyway, yeah. So the big shock. So they show there's a cop early on, and it is kind of cool. They established that the one girl is really good at archery, and so she starts fighting back, and she shoots the mom in the neck out of nowhere, and that kind of caught me off guard. That was kind of cool. And then they start fighting back. But then the big ending is it comes down to the two girls, the archer girl and the killer girl. And she's got the killer girl on the run, and she's chasing after her with a sledgehammer and is like, I'm gonna make this slow, I'm gonna make this painful. And then blam, she gets shot out ahead by the well-meaning cop who shows up to save the day and misunderstood the whole situation. And they showed that cop early on, and it's like the whole like last 20 minutes of the movie, I'm like, okay, that cop's gonna show up and shoot the wrong person. I just know it. And sure as shit, that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'm this just the whole if you guys are going to curious to watch it, you're probably gonna waste an hour and 35 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yup.
It's actually so bad that I would rather watch In a Violent Nature than this.
Holy shit. Look, that's really, I was just, as you were saying that, I was literally just trying to think, which did I like better, In a Violent Nature or this?
Yeah.
But I think I liked In a Violent Nature better, actually, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
What would you rate it though?
I think I would rate it 4 buckets of blood. Little below average. I like that they tried to be creative with it. I like that they tried to take an established thing and kind of twist it and make the family the killers, and then they kind of try to do some goofy stuff like he's trying to discipline the son, and it's goofy because why is he mad at the son for doing this, but he's okay with the son killing and eating people, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like, meh. They tried. There was a couple surprising moments. I give it a 4. How about you?
I give it a 1.
Yeah.
I'm being blunt. I'm giving it a 1.
That's what we like about you, is you're blunt and you're to the point and you don't hold back. And that's what the
No,
fans
I
come here
don't.
to listen to.
No, I don't. I will give it a 1 for sure.
What is a movie that you've seen that you think would be better? That's
Besides
really
In a
general.
Violent Nature?
Yeah. Something that you've seen recently that we haven't talked about.
That you have seen or I have
That
seen?
you have seen.
I haven't seen any newest ones lately, no.
Yeah, me either. Everyone's talking about Long Legs. Supposedly Long Legs is
Yeah.
super good. We should
Yeah,
go
I
see
got
Long Legs.
I got invited to a couple of friends of mine got invited to. They wanted me to go with them to see Long Legs, but I couldn't because I had a funeral to tend to. So yeah,
Bummer.
I know.
Oh well.
Oh well, I will watch it one of these days.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is Tubi original Lowlifes, highly recommended by Aaron, not highly recommended by Togbly to me.
Hey,
Sorry,
it's Aaron.
apologize.
Aaron posted it and he's like, "Yeah, we should do that," or this is a good movie.
Yep.
And then you said we'll do this. I'm like, okay, we will check it out. Oh
So,
gosh.
now with that in mind, please send us your fan requests so that we can tear them apart, talk about how much we hate them.
Either we hate them, we love them, or it was okay.
Usually we
We
love
would
them.
still watch it.
If you want to make Breezy happy, you got to send something really twisted and weird and bizarre and sick.
Hey,
And
we are doing another Family Quest, and that movie is really good. I'm not going to say what we're going to talk about next week, but it's a really damn good movie.
okay.
Yeah. But you haven't seen it.
I
I have.
haven't seen it, so it'll be new to me. So I'm
It's a good
excited.
one. It's
Yeah.
a good one.
Speaking of good ones, our last episode where we recorded in the same room together is like only 2 views behind our most popular episode, which is Human Centipede. And so I think we definitely are gonna have to record
Oh,
some more episodes.
I thought it was like Human Centipede and then Brian Wells interview. I thought there were two like back to back.
The one of ours together is up by 1 on Brian Wells. It was 99 and
Ooh.
98. I
Ooh, getting there, getting close.
I know. And then Human Centipede is 101. So
101. Wow.
yep. So
Man, that's a good episode then.
yeah, it is. That's probably our best one to date. That's the kind of we need another Human Centipede. Send us something weird.
Yeah, weird and fucked up. That's what I like.
Exactly. All right. Any final thoughts or words of wisdom?
That's pretty much all it. Just
Uh,
watch it if you're gonna get bored.
yep.
Or you just play it in the background. That's actually better. Just play in the
That works
background.
too. Yep. In the last couple weeks, we got a bunch of new followers. So welcome aboard, everyone. We really appreciate that. Please follow and subscribe and share and like and all that. And thank you so much for listening.
Yep, thank you.